This is The Wheel Weaves, a Wheel of Time podcast with no spoilers. Hey everyone, I'm your host Dani, and I'm the first-time reader going through this series chapter by chapter. As always, there's no spoilers past the chapter we're covering, and that means it's totally safe for first-time readers. I'm joined by my co-host Brett, who's a longtime fan, and he's guiding me on this journey. We'd like to thank and acknowledge our executive producers, Brandy and Kirkwood, Yanis, LightBlindedFool, Sean McGuire, Big C, Green Man, Deyvis Ferreira, Hannah Green, Bennett Williamson, Noralia, Helena Jacobsen, Matthew Mendoza, Sims, Cyndi, Manethraen, Kevin Wallbank, Andrew Scarponi, Mr. Boddy's Body, and HoneyBunchesOfJason. And before we get into things today, we just want to thank and welcome Brad Murphy and Justin Lazier to the Wheel Weaves Patreon team. Thank you so much for your generosity and your support. We really, truly appreciate it and couldn't do this without you. In this episode, we are talking about Chapter 37, The Last Battle, and we are in Part 8, officially halfway through The Last Battle.
Yes, so we are doing perspectives 31 to 35, so we've got 5 to cover, but more importantly, we've got a very special guest returning to the podcast. Thanks for coming back to talk about everything, hopefully. Maria.
Hi, thanks for having me again. I'm Maria Simmons, Team Jordan, and it's fun to revisit The Last Battle. It's a lot easier now.
Now that you're not
now that we're not editing it and putting it together, and well, no, that's spoilery. Never mind.
Yeah, be careful.
I gave the stern warning prior saying that you have not read past The Last Battle chapters, so we got like a dozen chapters we can't spoil yet, but soon.
So Maria, tell us a little bit about you and how you got in here, and then your connection and thoughts about everything that went into this last book and this last battle chapter.
Yeah, ideally like stories, 2 to 3 hours of stories of anything you want to share with us. It's all good. I'm not going to stop you.
I think we need Matt Hatch here for a marathon.
Yeah. Like, I'm not going to stop you from talking and telling stories today.
It's kind of interesting. I mean, The Last Battle, there's a lot going on in a lot of places. And I am geographically challenged, directionally challenged, whatever. So there was a lot of me going to Alan, also of Team Jordan, and saying, wait, how does this work? And he had all these little charts and maps and everything to help me. But it was like, finally I'm gonna trust you guys because this is all these directionals and actually the battle stuff is kind of beyond me. So I'm just going to make sure the characters are acting like they're supposed to act and looking like they're supposed to look, unless they're wearing a mask of mirrors, of course.
Oh, right.
All that. So it was very complicated, and there was so much involved, back and forth.
There's a lot of moving parts.
Yeah. So officially for this last book, did you have a title? What was your job, so to speak? Continuity editor or?
I was always, from...
If you had a business card, what would it say?
I don't know. I think it would have just said Team Jordan because we were all doing so much. Alan was responsible for the timeline and the old tongue and the geography. And I was responsible for, mainly continuity, I think. Seems like there was something else I weighed in on a lot, but I can't remember what it is. It has been a long time.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I was thinking, oh my God, that's 14 years ago, really, when we were working on it.
Yeah.
And, I was a lot younger.
Yeah. Unfortunately, at work the other day, like 2 days ago, I saw the date 1996 and I was like, 20 years ago. Turns out. No. Not 20 years ago. Yeah. So it moves fast.
It really does. But it was, and it was Harriet, Alan, me going over everything Brandon wrote, which he had, we had already given him advice, and Michael helped too. And there was just so much. It was just crazy.
Right.
And sometimes I'm amazed we actually pulled it off. Because
getting it out
really
there.
Complicated.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we actually have. So one of the things that we've been doing as we go through The Last Battle,
because I'm so visual.
Yeah, is I have a printed off Field of Marilor map, and we've been updating it for all the troop movements.
Drawings all over it and arrows and
yeah.
So we've been tracking the troop movements, which gets pretty complicated in this big. Yeah, I don't even know what we want to call it, but we're going to go over
The Last Battle. We'll call it The Last Battle.
Yeah, and we're going to go over some more of that today because there's a few. future
More
movements.
people moving all around.
Yeah. And last episode, we just said goodbye to Gawain. Yeah. So that's one of the things that it's not released yet. So you wouldn't have heard that, but we did get to say goodbye to Gawain. So if you want to say that tonight, that's okay. If you don't, then that's fine too.
Because we also then before that said goodbye to Swan.
Yes, we did.
And there were actually some people who thought we didn't give Swan a good enough send off. Like we didn't talk enough about Swan.
That's fair. Okay.
So
you know what? I can see that too.
And we can talk about that a little more in this episode.
Yeah.
Because we hear the fate of Bryn.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm definitely sadder about Swan than Gawain.
Yeah, you can say that here. It's a safe space.
Yeah.
We all agree. It's actually probably less safe for you if you're very sad that Gawain is dead.
Yeah. But, okay. So, and I talked about this is that I do feel bad and Galad loses his brother. And we have Galad in this chapter too that we're going to be seeing.
Mm-hmm.
But man, he just made a series of bad choices. So
he's just not the guy.
Actually, at Jordan Con, I think it was not this past year, but the year before, someone told me their theory about what happened to Gawain. And I love it so much. I share it everywhere. And I really need to find out who gave it to me because I need to give them credit.
Is it the compulsion theory?
No, it's not compulsion.
Oh, have you heard that one?
I've heard of a compulsion theory.
Okay.
Now this is, you remember way back, there was a Matt and his quarterstaff.
Of course, we remember that.
And he pops Gawain upside the head with the quarterstaff and did serious brain damage, like a thing. And
so his decision-making centers of his brain are impacted.
He was just suddenly not the same person he was before because his brain didn't work anymore.
So it's Matt's fault. I love it.
I'll explore the neuroscience behind that. After
possible? This. I think it's possible.
It's definitely possible.
I thought it was one of the best fan theories.
No less infuriating.
A long time. Agreed.
Yeah. No, that is a funny one. I've heard the compulsion theory where like he got compelled to obey the Amyrlin. So when the whole Amyrlin switch occurred, right, between Swan and like Elida moving in, is that he had to balance.
Did he obey like
that? But that's the thing is like, who do you view as the real Amyrlin? Because there was so much switch around. So like I've heard that theory too.
Interesting.
But
didn't know that.
Yeah. The theories. There's not a lot of evidence to back that up.
But goodness knows he didn't pay that much attention to Egwene.
Yeah.
And what she wanted.
Yeah, exactly.
He just couldn't play the protector, like the second fiddle. He wanted to be the guy.
Part of my job today, I think, is to try and keep us on track. And I can't believe we're getting bogged down with Gawain.
Gawain again.
Fault. Again, it happened so many times. That was my fault. I shouldn't even mention them. We got other characters we got to talk about here today.
My question to you before we get started, Maria, is maybe throughout when we're talking about different points, I'm curious about how much influence Robert Jordan had on the events of the last battle and how much Brandon Sanderson had to sort of fill in himself. If you sort of have information or tidbits about that, I'm super interested.
Okay.
Yeah. So why don't you kick us off and let's get into it and we'll go from there.
Yay. Okay. So we're starting off with Rand because the last time we saw him, he was showing the Dark One his like utopia where everyone skips around and eats candy and nothing bad ever happens.
Except bad things do happen. And the Dark One pointed that out. He's like, it's not perfect.
Except that, yeah.
Yeah. It's like not perfect, but that's the point is that it's not perfect, even if it's better than evil time with the Dark One.
Right. Okay. So now we're going to jump into another spinning of another possible future. And this one, the Dark One wins, but nobody knows it.
Yeah. Yeah. This is an interesting one.
Yeah. Because we won. Yeah. This is cool. Except we kind of suck.
Yeah.
We all suck. That's right.
So we've got this, like, it's different because it's not the evil shadow controlled wasteland that we got in the previous Dark One vision with the two rivers and everything's terrible.
It's not like the torturous.
Yeah. It's not that version. This one, everything seems better. We've got the advancements of the steam wagons, the city's growing.
Clean streets. People look normal. Everything looks
Peaches
good.
aren't poisonous.
Peaches aren't
poisonous.
Amazing. Yeah. That's always good.
Turns out that's all we need. In Utopia here.
Yeah.
I just need to eat peaches.
It's a brand new good world out there for everybody.
But it's not.
And then Rand is confused.
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden he starts to think about, wait a minute, this is the Dark One spinning this and everything seems fine.
Right.
What's going on here? And he sees a starving little boy.
Yeah. Steal
a fruit. And I think of Aladdin.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Aladdin, who's like stealing the fruit because he, or like Jean Valjean and Les Mis were stealing bread to feed her family, like that sort of.
Yeah. Starving boy.
Yeah.
And then she pulls out, I guess, I'm pretty sure it's a gun.
And it's a woman, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm just going to shoot you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kills him.
Kills the kid.
And it's not just the indifference from her, because then Rand is horrified because she kills the kid. But then some other guy picks up the fruit and like wipes the blood off of it and then starts eating it, just like terrifying,
like
horrifying.
Literally like steps over the dead kid.
And then the steam wagon trains like run or smush the body of the poor boy.
Which is like, okay, let's say, yes, we have no empathy. We have no compassion. We don't really care about this kid. Don't we care about like some cleanliness and stuff?
No.
Like that is gross. Like that is just smooshed
really
body and blood and stuff. Someone's got to clean that up.
No,
we don't care about that at all either. Like I thought the streets were clean. This is inconsistent, Dark One.
Yeah. No, it's a pretty fun callback too. So when Rand is here, we get this little reference to which faction are you a part of? And I really like that because this is kind of bringing us back to Eye of the World, because when Rand showed up in Eye of the World, there was the faction war. Right. It was who's for the queen, who's not.
Right.
So he had to pick the red or the white like fabric.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So it's like it's a play on that. We don't actually know what the factions are. We never get an explanation for that.
See, I went more like Divergent in my head.
Okay.
Where you have to like you have your own faction of people that you belong to.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Rather than like your alliance or allegiance.
Yeah.
It's more like name your faction and you'd be like
the cool
street
ones.
Cleaner.
Right.
Right. I'm the cleaner faction or what, right?
Yeah. No, but this is like a callback to Eye of the World because also it was Rand showing up in Camelin while things were a little bit like there was civil unrest. He picked the cheaper cloth that ended up being an allegiance for the queen, which is why when he went to Basil Gill in Eye of the World, Basil Gill liked them because it's like, oh, you're for the queen. And we have like the exact opposite that's happening here with Basil Gill.
Right. So nobody understands why Rand is upset right now.
Yeah.
Seeing a child murdered and then discarded in the street. And
if we're that concerned about the fruit, like the guy who picks up and eats the fruit, shouldn't he be the one
who
who then
also get shot?
Or at least pay for it? You'd think so.
Maybe he does.
I didn't see it.
Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Because why didn't you shoot him too? He still got your fruit.
Yes.
Or at least pointed at him and said, give me the damn fruit back.
Right.
Maybe because that guy looks more dangerous than the kid. Because there is that whole like you kill people if they can't defend themselves, but if they look like they can defend themselves, then you leave them alone for the most part.
Maybe.
He's got a gun.
Yeah.
It's a gun.
It's a gun. You have a gun. So oh well. That guy could have a gun.
And he also didn't have guards because this lady is like, Rand, you look rich.
Yeah.
Where are your guards?
Right. No guards.
No guards. So then she's like gonna kill him because he's weird and isn't saying the things he's supposed to say here.
Yeah.
And so he has to run for it.
Yes.
And then that's when he runs to the Queen's blessing and finds Basil Gill.
He chooses to run because he doesn't want to use the power because he doesn't really know how this world is working. He knows it's not real, but it's still like a little real. Yeah. Okay. And then we get the conversation. So after he goes to Gill, he finds Gill again. Gilligan. Nice. Okay.
Oh, Gilligan.
Whoops. Okay. So he finds Master Gill. Master Gill even recognizes him, gives us some information that this is the fourth age. We won the last battle. Everything's swell and great and groovy.
But then wouldn't we recognize Rand?
Well, okay. So that's the other thing is like
things are just like so askew.
It's a little bit off.
This... Yeah.
Because
like we won the last battle, but then wouldn't Rand have been a part of that?
Allegedly, but again, who knows in this fake universe world being spun? We don't really know what winning the last battle means. And if they think they won the last battle, that doesn't mean that they did, because
they clearly
lost,
didn't. Yeah.
Because...
So we're just gonna like forget Rand existed.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's just make this a whole different sort of reality.
Yeah. So then we get another question about the faction thing, and Gil's like, what faction are you part of? And then he says he's going to go away and help Rand.
He's going to help Rand. He's going to get him a faction symbol.
Yeah.
And then this actually reminds me of, you know, in Abu Dar, how they have like guild pins?
Yeah.
And they're all parts of different. So like, what faction are you? Like, that's the vibe I got.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Like you have to like wear your faction.
Sure. Logo. Identifier.
So everybody knows exactly who you are and what you are
and what you do and where you're a part of and where you belong, kind of thing.
So then it turns out Gil's a liar, though.
Oh shoot!
Of course.
I hate when that happens.
It's obviously not the real Basil Gil.
Well, I mean, hypothetically,
although
it's what Gil could be.
Didn't Gil marry Mashansha? I mean, like, I know we like Lyle.
You're thinking of Dahlman.
Oh, that's different.
Bail Dahlman, different than him. Yeah,
that's so different.
That's I don't know if
they're very similar in my brain. Actually, I really just thought they were the same person.
Yeah, big helpful dudes.
Their first names start with B, and we meet them fairly close to each other.
Basil Gil and Bail Dahlman. Yeah. So Basil Gil is the one who's with Morgaze.
Yeah.
And like Linny.
Oh, and he's with the Brienne.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got that settled now. I'm glad we figured it out now.
You know, in my mind, they really are the same person.
He would be talking like this if it was.
Oh, that's
Basil
true,
Gil.
because
there
is that.
Doobie-doo.
And he also has a beard with no mustache.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so Gil comes back. He's not going to help Rand with the faction symbols. He comes back with bodyguards to rob Rand. And that's shoot. There's a lot of just like shoot moments in this too.
Nuts.
So then Rand uses the
power because he's like, I'm not going to get captured by these guards here. And then instead of people here being oppressed, he's like kind of figuring it out.
Yeah.
He's like, wait a minute, things look fine, but they are not.
Yeah. So then we get kind of like the conversation between the Dark One, because this is where I guess time
the Dark
freezes.
One just sort of starts talking.
Yeah. Now we're going to have a conversation. We get a glimpse into what reality might be, and then we're going to talk with the Dark One and speculate.
Right.
Philosophize.
We're going to talk philosophy.
Philosophy.
Here's how I philosophize this.
Okay. Do it.
I disagree with Rand.
In what
sense?
This
is worse.
Oh, okay.
Than full out torture.
Okay.
Because I believe ignorance can certainly be bliss.
Okay, now we're getting into the concept of like free will and all that too. We're getting back into that because that's basically what a lot of the last battle between Rand and the Dark One is like, what can people do if you don't know? So Rand's argument is that these people don't have compassion. They don't have like a conscience. It's not really.
They don't even have the ability to suspect that something is wrong here, which would make their day-to-day okay.
Except if you're the boy starving and getting shot.
Yeah, that would suck.
Or, you lose your faction thingy.
Right.
And then suddenly you're screwed.
Right.
That's a question too, is like, can you just get replacement faction things? I don't know. We don't even know what the factions are. I actually want more information on this now. Tell me more about the Dark Ones.
What do you think? What's your vibe, Maria, on the factions here?
I think actually at one time I might have had a better idea because we talked about a lot of this stuff, but 14 years?
Yeah. Well, and this is just one of many visions.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the way we're breaking this down is we're really diving deep. We're like, okay, what does this mean? And it's like so specific where it's just supposed to be like a general feeling. And then we move on because this is just a spun thingy.
Rand looking at the Matrix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. I kind of agree with Rand, though, that this is worse because the Dark One's philosophy here is that people don't know, like if people know they're oppressed, then there's a possibility for hope, rebellion, and for opposition.
Yeah.
And taking away the ability to hope for a better tomorrow, I would also say, like, I get where Rand's coming from.
When they don't even know that hope for a better tomorrow exists.
Oh, yeah, I know. That's really tough. That's a tough one.
That's what I'm for, I think.
Okay. Are you pro or against? Maria.
I'm not sure
whose is worse?
I don't know. I think they all suck.
Well, sure.
But, if you had to choose, one to live in, the one where it's like terrible, but you know it's bad, or the one where it's bad, but you don't know it's bad?
That is a really hard question.
Yeah.
It's like I should say the one where at least I know it's bad.
No.
But
like that's what I want to say too. I want to answer that, but is that I don't know if I'm being truthful to myself. I don't know if
I don't.
actually
I
want
know
that.
for sure that I would rather not know.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah,
I shouldn't have asked this question.
It's
You could ask the great philosophers.
pretty dire either way. So
yeah, it sucks.
And then of course,
and it's also hypothetical too, because we don't actually know what could even happen. Like they're showing each other these visions, but
yeah,
they're not actual. Like when we get, your alternate reality universe situations with other worlds and portal stones, and like those are things that are happening or have happened, where this is just allegedly
even. So
right, it's not for sure. Yeah, it's not like prophecy or future prediction. This is just like, here's what it could be.
Yeah.
So it's all hypothetical anyway.
Yeah. So then we have got Rand pushing back against the Dark One, saying, no, this is bad. And I'm going to fight even harder now. And then it's Rand's turn to show the Dark One what the world would be like without shadow. So it's like the exact opposite. But that kind of begs the question now is like, is a world without shadow, if you're taking away the free will of doing evil, is that automatically good? Is that automatically a better future?
A world without the shadow means you're like, people are still people.
Well, I mean, that's the point. Like, what is the next vision that Rand is Rand going to try to create a utopia where there's literally no evil and no bad choices? And it is,
well, he did that already.
He didn't do it perfect though. That's the point. There was still shadow. I don't think
there is perfect. That's the problem, is there needs to be balance to.
That's what I'm saying. That's the point of the wheel at time. But last time you were like, I don't care about balance. I'm not here to negotiate with the Dark One.
I'm not negotiating with the Dark. There's no compromise.
Exactly, but there might have to be.
But there's going to be balance either way, even if there's no shadow, right?
Not necessarily.
Yeah, it's a very monotone world. It's
where's my intrigue? What makes it interesting?
Yeah. Well, it's kind of funny too, because the Dark One, so in this conversation between Rand and the Dark One, Rand points out that this world, this possible future, is very different than what most of the Dark Friends and the Forsaken are expecting future to be. Yeah. Like they're like, well, I became a Forsaken because I thought I got to live forever and I get to rule the world or whatever. Yes. But like in this hypothetical, that's probably not going to be a thing that you get to do. But the Dark One is just like, whatever, man.
Dark One's a liar.
I can do whatever I want.
And there is only me.
Yeah.
And Dark Friends are stupid. So,
but it's like, this isn't even necessarily the reality that the Dark One would choose if he wins. That's true.
Again, hypothetical.
It's a possibility.
Yeah.
It's not saying this is what he would set up actively. Does the Dark One maybe like the torture stuff more than the, this kind of reality?
I don't know if the Dark One likes anything. It's the Dark One.
And he is the father of lies.
Exactly.
Right.
Whatever he says is just a lie.
And we also learned that we have to stop saying he.
Yeah, the entity that is the Dark One. Yeah.
Because it has no gender.
Gender. And Maria, you let us know right when we started that you listened to the episode with Spencer. And so I actually just need you to say hi to Spencer in the middle of this episode.
Hi, Spencer. I enjoyed your episode.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So also,
I feel like I had a lot of questions coming into this perspective about morality and I got nowhere with it. So like, I don't actually know.
You know what? It feels like.
It feels worse.
The Good Place.
Yeah.
The entire point of the show
is the question.
It's the question, because The Good Place forever makes everyone go crazy.
Yeah. Also not good.
Yeah. In the end.
So is it better they don't know? See, that's the thing. I just feel like we're worse off now. I don't know.
I hate philosophy so much.
Yeah.
I just hate it. I hate all of it.
Okay. Yeah, well, that's the end of the first perspective, because it's Rand. Rand's going to do a thing now.
Now it's Rand's turn.
It's Rand's turn again. They're just going one for one.
Except we got some other folk coming up first.
We do.
But...
it's Rand's turn next time we see Rand.
Next time we see Rand, it's going to be Rand's turn to do.
Which I honestly can't. I don't even know when that is.
Right.
Probably soon. I don't know.
Okay.
Not in this episode. So we're going to perspective change to Matt, which is interesting because Matt and Tuon just had their fake fight, which convinced everybody that the Shanshan are going to leave.
Yeah.
So that the spy can think that the Shanshan are leaving.
Right. So reports
whole
back
last
to
battle.
Demandred that is real, that the Shanshan are pulling back, so Demandred can commit forces, make a final play, and then Matt can counter that, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Now, here's the thing. Last episode, when Matt and Tuan were doing the fake fight, I said,
Don't fake fight with real issues.
Don't fake fight with your spouse, number one. Number two, don't fake fight with your spouse and then bring up real issues, because that turns it into a real fight. And that's what Matt is thinking in this perspective. He's like, oh man, I hope she actually
really did seem angry.
She's not gonna leave me for real, is she? Like, she's gonna come. I sure hope she's really coming back, because things got heated.
Yeah, well, it reminds me of when Rand and Perrin had their fake fight, and then
gets too real.
Rand threw Perrin into a wall or something.
Like, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Perrin was really, really mad.
Yeah, he got thrown
at Rand
into a wall.
for real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it makes it more interesting if you're not sure what's actually going to happen. So
that's true too. That's true, because this isn't real life.
You got to sell it. It is real life.
And it's a book I'm reading for entertainment. I understand. Oh. These are my real life friends, Maria.
Oh, I know. And I don't know, when you mentioned Matt, it's like, woo.
Yeah.
Go Matt. Yeah.
Amazing Matt so much.
The plan's in motion. So.
And I love that Min and Matt hug.
Oh
yeah.
I mean, that's just like,
and they wish each other luck as they like.
Yeah. I do love the Matt and Min relationship. Like, it is so sweet. Now, one thing I do want to point out here, Matt goes over the Shanshan numbers a little bit, and just to put some context into what we're really losing.
This always goes right over my head.
So one of the things that I'd said previously in one of the other episodes with you, we were talking about the numbers and the jumping around to different perspectives. So the Shanshan make up approximately a quarter of Matt's remaining troops from what Matt thinks here. However, those troops, the quarter that are the Shanshan, haven't really done a lot of fighting in the last battle.
You said they were in reserve.
Matt has been holding them in reserve so that Demandred couldn't commit the Sharan forces fully.
Okay.
So the Shanshan are not only like a quarter of the army, they're also pretty well rested. And they're also like a completely dedicated military force that's trained and disciplined. It's not like a ragtag bunch of Manners and Gildanin and the remaining White Cloaks and the Wolf Guard and
random
and civilians and refugees
from Andor.
Exactly. Yeah. So like this is so although it's a quarter of the number, I would argue that it's probably stronger than a quarter of the total strength of the actual army.
Even though it's morally wrong and we hate it, those Damani sure know they have strength and they can fight and
useful.
They can kick butt.
They sure can.
Yeah, super useful in a time like this. So they are leaving.
Haven't been using them.
Yeah, well, we've been using Damani.
Kind of.
Yeah,
we have the Sharan channelers.
Yeah, we have been using them, but again,
we're
not using the full forces of the Shanshan.
You know what we actually didn't talk about? I don't think, and maybe we did. I don't remember talking about this when the command center got hit and one of the Suldam dies.
Yeah.
And Min goes to the Damani and he's like, get up and do something.
Yeah.
You don't have a collar on. Help us.
Right.
She's just like sitting there shaking and crying.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't know what to do without guidance.
Yeah. Yeah. And I can't remember if it was just like if she had the collar on still, but not the bracelet.
It was off.
The collar was off too. Okay.
Because the Suldam died and the Damani was still alive. She wasn't under any.
Okay. I would look back at that.
I'm not.
I don't know.
I'm suddenly thinking I should have looked something up, maybe.
We'll come back to that.
Okay.
Because that, and again, different perspectives.
No, I know. Yeah.
Yeah. But
that has me thinking about how much were they being used. And then when the Damani are in this situation where their Suldam's dead and they can probably just stand up and channel themselves.
Well, if they don't have the collar on.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you have the book in front of you.
No. Yeah. We're not doing it.
Now we have, no.
Oh man!
You guys talk.
No.
No, I'll look it up.
I don't have a paper clip on that section.
It's been a little challenging to do these episodes in these chunks in the middle of a chapter.
Yeah,
find the perspectives.
Because when I was listening, it was like, well, I was looking at the list, and it's like, perspective. So I went through my work paperback with a pencil, and I'm numbering perspectives, and somehow it's like I couldn't count at all.
Yeah. Well, there's 72 perspectives.
Okay, I found the spot here. I'm gonna read it out.
Find it. Okay.
I don't know if it's definitive.
Oh shoot.
Min ran past the corpse of a Suldam alongside several guards. Swan used the one power to haul one of the gray men away from Matt. Guards' corpses created shadows of firelight on the floor. One Damani still lived, huddled in a corner, looking terrified, her leash on the floor.
Yeah, that's off.
Her Suldam lay a distance away, unmoving. Her grip had been knocked free, it appeared, and then she was killed as she tried to get back to her Damani. So that's basically all.
The leash on the floor?
That meant that the Damani still had the collar.
It doesn't state whether the collar was around her neck or not.
But if it was her leash, it should have been hooked to her.
Yes.
Yeah.
To the collar. Because those, yeah, right?
And again, this was from Min's perspective, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this is Min with not all the knowledge about how Suldam and Damani and
that
Adam
is
work.
Not definitive at all.
No, it's not definitive. It's not definitive.
because Min is the one who's like, get up and do something.
Yeah, and then she's shaking her head and crying.
And so it seems like,
yeah.
Well, even if she could try to get up and channel, she wasn't going to. So it doesn't even really matter.
Doesn't really matter because nothing happened.
In the end, it doesn't matter at all. No. Okay, so back to this.
Yeah. Okay, Damani are effective and useful, but they're all leaving with the Shanchin. That was the point of that.
And we're hoping.
They come back.
It's a ruse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so then Matt spots Kharid and the Death Watch guards, who have been ordered to die valiantly because they failed in their Death Watch guarding abilities.
Love this.
Yes.
I want to cheer out loud. I want to be like, yes, go so Matt. This is so smart.
So Matt's like, hey, Kharid, get your boys and let's go.
We're going.
Kharid's like, well, no, we have to go die.
To go die. And he's like, yeah,
where do you think I'm
going?
Yeah.
Where do you think we're going?
Matt's got to get a vibe check for the battle.
Yes.
See what Demandred's up to. Mm-hmm. So he's like, why don't you do something and die usefully with me for a little while longer?
I'll totally let you die in a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a bit I love, you ride to battle? Kharid asked. I was thinking more of a saunter.
Yeah. Yeah. That's that lightheartedness that got us into this fake fight.
Tuon's like, everything's a joke to you.
Everything's a joke, and it's the last battle. I got to be more serious. Yeah. So technically, we're within the rules that Tuon set out to die. She didn't say die immediately. We can still delay for like another couple hours maybe and do some fighting or protecting Matt. Defend the Prince of the Ravens. I like it. It's pretty good.
Sure. Yeah, and only if it's in Fortuona's name.
Right.
Fine. It's in Fortuona's name. Yeah. Let's go.
Not Tuon's name.
Not Tuon. Fine. Whatever. Let's go.
Yeah. So it's a quick one. It's a quick perspective with Matt, but I like it because we're going to go. And actually, Matt's perspective here is going to tie into Elaine's perspective in a minute here really nicely because nobody knows, Elaine doesn't know where Matt is presently.
I would say most people at this point don't actually know where Matt is.
Yeah.
So
because he's on the battlefield checking things out or will be soon.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So perspective change.
Yeah. Again.
And we're going to check in with Tam.
Yay.
Yeah.
And this is a real like fatherly bonding moment. Because Lan is also here.
I love when my dads talk to each other real nice. Like it's great. Lan's one of my dads and then Tam's the other dad.
Yeah.
So I like when they're together and they're super nice.
Because Lan was like the makeshift dad.
Yeah.
For Rand when he left.
Yeah, dad/mentor.
Father figure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This section brought to mind something that I'm finding so weird since the TV show. Okay, I've been reading these books for a really long time, since 1991. How many years is that?
20. It's 20 years.
It's 35. I know it's 35 because we were born in 89 and I know how old I am.
Yeah.
So
all along, these characters in my head have had a certain appearance.
Right.
And the TV show came out.
Sure did.
And only one has changed in my head.
Oh, is it Tam?
No.
Oh, it's Lan.
It's Lan.
It's Lan.
Yeah.
Daniel Henney for the win.
It's got to be. It's always going to be.
I mean, I got to meet him. He remembered my name for 3 whole days.
Nice.
It was lovely.
Oh my gosh. That's a story.
He is so totally Lan now. And I'm pretty sure that's the only one that's stuck from the TV show. And of course, we're not getting any more from that.
Yeah.
For now, right?
Well, yeah.
We gotta move on. We gotta move on.
Yeah.
But no, I agree. For me, Nynaeve and Zoe Robbins, just absolutely so naive that I will never
I
picture
love
anything
the
other.
casting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fighting with, really long
35
time.
years of
But Lan won. I mean, he
Yeah.
kicked it.
Yes. Agreed.
And I'm just really bad at like visualizing anybody, so I never really had any good visualizations.
Okay.
So I just have like a book version of like words and like the TV show people.
Interesting.
Like it's pretty separated in my brain for it.
Yeah, you're not as visual, hey?
Not a very good
You're not a good visualizer.
Like I can but not in features and characteristics. Like I don't fully form an image of people when I read about characters in books.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
And there was another slight, I don't know, it's kind of embarrassing. So these characters have also sort of aged with me over all these many years. And, I really have a thing for Matt. And so in my head, Matt was aging. And then they casting the TV show and they cast Barney. And I looked at him and it's like, oh crap, I'm a dirty old woman. And it was like, no, I need my older Matt that's in my head, not this young thing.
Well, and you've been reading Matt for 35 years. So like that was 35 years ago. I think it's acceptable. Yeah. I think it's fine.
I agree. It's really similar to
weird.
To what you talk about, how like when you were a teenager reading these books, you really loved Rand. Like
and now I'm connecting.
You'll always love Rand, but you're connecting so much more with
the dads.
With the Toms, with the Tams, with the Lands.
Yeah. Tom
Garrus Bryn,
the Ruarks, the Ideraldas,
the
Bashirs.
The Bashirs, yeah. Just imagine having a daughter like Fail. It's like, okay.
We could be so lucky, okay?
Yeah,
Fail's fantastic.
Oh, sure.
Hard to parent, but like, man, go
when we got the uncorrected proof for the big book of the big white book.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
It had, it was uncorrected and it had Fail's picture, but the name said Facile. Like,
what?
Easy. And I was like, she ain't easy. And I thought that was the funniest thing in the world. Of course, by the time the book came out, they corrected it. But
no, shoot! I thought you were.
I was like, is there like versions where it was printed like that?
No,
shoot,
got that taken care of.
But you're saying that the picture of Loyal was looked at and okayed and sent out to.
It's interesting. I went on Twatcast a while back, and we were talking about what used to be the big white book, and
yes, that's the one we have right there.
Yeah, I just can't reach it. Yeah,
and this story is. I still have my notes here, but I don't seem to have it. The dude signed a contract, then it was supposed to be this and that, and then they kept demanding more and more, and wouldn't renegotiate the contract. He worked really for not enough money, and so we got what we got, and it's
pretty iconic. Though
I love it.
Yeah.
It's the first thing Jim ever let me work on.
Oh.
Besides fan mail. I mean, but the index came in and he and Harriet had guests and he was like, Can you proof this for us? And I said, of course I can, because I always said yes, even if I had no idea if I could do it.
You'll figure it out.
Right.
Yeah. And
what's the actual name of that book? Because we call it because originally it was
a
white book.
Robert Jordan's The Wheel of Time.
The World of Robert Jordan's The Wheel
Not
of Time.
the big white book of bad art.
No.
It's not white anymore.
No. Yeah.
Well, actually, my tablet is resting on my white one.
Oh, it's a real good
computer stand.
You don't have to take it out.
No,
we believe you.
I realized there was a piece of paper sticking out, and I realized it might be the note I was looking for.
Oh, you're just looking for your notes?
Oh, yeah, my notes.
For what?
But for the talk about the big book of bad art and what Jim said at a convention about the artwork and the guide. All that was all good except the artist's contract. What I did not know was that the artist's contract called for a flat fee, and the man who put the package together did not increase the amount of money that he was going to pay the artist. The artist was then asked to do 5 times as many drawings in color instead of black and white, and for the same amount of money. His enthusiasm dwindled. If I had known about that, I would have given the artist some money out of my own pocket to get better pictures. I couldn't understand how the man who had sat in my study and drawn such wonderful sketches just from my off-the-cuff descriptions off the cuff descriptions, was suddenly making drawings that seemed not very good. But that was the reason.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
better than every fun fact you've ever done.
probably most things are.
I enjoy it when I can pull out quotes from Jim. People seem to be really impressed. I just have a computer full of them.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Okay, back to Tam.
You are the archive.
Yeah.
So Tam.
Okay, do you know what he's doing? Yeah.
Fighting.
Yeah.
In a battle.
Okay.
And he actually has battle experience, so this is good.
Okay,
that's like what I gleamed from this.
Okay, I'm gonna give a little more context here. So we're
because like what he's wedges and stuff, like it doesn't matter to me.
Imagine a triangle.
No, I know what like a doorstop.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, because it can be used offensively, but they're being used defensively, and it's also really good against cavalry. If it's a triangle, you have one man at the point.
Poor that guy.
So, that's why you have to be strong at the point. Right? That's why Tam is there, because he's one of the few people with experience. And Charlocks, and this is a formation that's also good against cavalry. And Charlocks are very similar in a lot of senses to cavalry because they're big and fast and strong. Yeah. So basically, as the Charlocks go along the sides of the triangle, they get stabbed with all the different weapons from the wedge. That's the kind of the idea behind it. So Tam is in the front of one of these two wedges that they're basically trying to assist the White Cloaks and killing time until Lan and the Borderlanders have swung all the way around, which happens at the end of the perspective. That's why Lan shows up.
Yes.
So we've got...
the only part that I actually really cared about was that Tam is such a good fighter with his sword.
Yeah.
Because we want to know how to get that Heron Mark sword.
Yeah, he earned it.
Turns out, earned it.
Yeah. Now I can connect with Tam on this thing too, because and not in the same way, not the fighting side of things, because I don't know if you know this, but not a fighter.
You're not?
No.
Weird.
No. But I have played soccer in my life. And one of the things that happens as you get older with sports is when you start playing against younger kids, like the 18-year-olds, then you can't outrun those 18-year-olds. So you have to beat them with like your experience and skill and ball control. And I feel like I connect with Tam because he's like, I'm not as young and as fast and quick as I used to be and fit, but he's got the experience of like being in the void to help get him through today. So that's how I can kind of vibe with that with Tam.
Yeah, that feels about right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're out of arrows, which is why they're doing wedge.
Yes.
Right.
Out of arrows and now assisting the White Cloaks who are basically getting surrounded. So this is kind of like a last stand for the Two Rivers people.
Did we talk about that last time?
We did talk about that last time. It's a bit of a last stand where Tam thinks this is pretty much the end.
And that's where Tam is like, yeah, leave your bows. We'll for sure come back
We'll come back for them. But it's like, no, this is it. But then luckily, Lan and the Borderlanders have arrived. Very good timing. Thanks, Matt.
Yep.
And they are able to support and break the Trolloc force. So like of all the battlefronts, this one is one that we've actually won because we have the ford, we've got Pull of Heights. Like we haven't really won a lot of stuff, but we have managed to hold the north at the river and the ruins. So we're actually doing good up in that top right corner of the map.
Okay.
And this has a line that I absolutely just love. Each step was part of a dance, and Tam invited the Trollocs to join him.
Yeah.
Ooh, shall we dance?
I just really love that.
Yeah. And that's very also reminiscent and a callback to Aiel.
Oh yeah, like the dance.
Because they're like, shall we dance the spears or whatever, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's a really cool scene, and we get like 2 pages of Tam just like kicking butt.
Yes.
So we don't need to go into all the sword forms that he does, but he does so good that when Lan finally shows up,
he's like, I wondered.
Yeah, I always wondered where did, if the person who gave Rand the original Heron Mark sword, if he'd earned it, and now I know because you're awesome.
Salute with the sword.
I love it.
And it's just for Lan to give Tam props, like that's cool. That's good.
Yeah.
Because we know Lan is badass and is such a good fighter. And for him to be like, all right, bud, you're good.
Yeah. And Tam's older than Lan too by a little bit. So
you say so.
I do say so.
I believe you.
Okay. So now we've got a bit of a break because we actually did end up breaking the Trolloc forces here at the river in the ruins. So that's pretty solid.
Yeah, but the last battle's not over.
Well, no. So Tam he can see the Shanshan retreating and pulling out. So Tam's like, no. He's like, oh, is it over? Did we win?
Oh.
And then Lan's like, LOL, no, not even close. Like, it's not done. And also they're leaving.
They're leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you get a break, but you don't actually get to stop fighting forever. It's just like you get a temporary break here. So then we get the gateways that are being opened up, and Tam thinks, oh, we're gonna get to go back and like get some food
rested and stuff.
Nope, thousands of refugees. Here we go, all led by Barrelane.
Which go Barrelane.
It's pretty great.
Also rude Tam to be like, you don't belong here. You are too fancy.
Well, she's very fancy and beautiful amongst a lot of dirty soldiers.
She can be where she wants to be, okay?
Yeah. So we've got thousands of civilians pouring out of gateways here, and it's mostly old
Camelin, right?
Like around Whitebridge, whatever. Like, one of the refugee, like people who didn't want to just sit out and wait. They want to help however they can. So
and Barrelane explains that we sent some healers to go see who needed help, and they were like, we're fine, but we want to fight. We want to help. We don't want to be healed and sit here by ourselves. Take us to the battle.
Yeah. Like, I really love that it's just like the regular people getting to step up and do what they can to support. So we got the kids who are checking bodies and the people who are picking up collecting arrows. And Tom's like,
which is so helpful.
Super helpful, like crazy helpful, because we just talked about they're out of arrows. So let's go pick them up because they're not always going to be broken.
Right. And then there's a side note about like, oh, maybe this isn't appropriate for these children, but it's also like, this is the last battle and we need it.
And we need help. Like if we don't win, then the kids are going to see worse.
Yes.
So I guess let's do it.
And then Barrelane, what about Gallon?
I know.
Oh,
yeah.
My honey.
Yeah, I love it too, because Denny was just listening to the audiobook a little bit before we started, and Michael Kramer is doing the narration on this. So just Michael Kramer doing the Barrelane voice, asking what Galad. I'm like, I love it so much.
It's very funny.
Yeah, it looks like a love connection to me.
I love it. Michael and Kate.
Yes.
Yeah. And of course, Barrelane is concerned about where Galad is.
Well, she's curious.
She's okay. The one person she specifically asks about.
Yeah.
It's because they're both so beautiful.
They belong together.
They belong. Push their dolls together and make them kiss because they're so beautiful together.
They need the magnetic noses.
Yeah.
Like the lions.
Yeah. Little, like the stuffies that like
Nala and Simba. I had those stuffies with the magnetic noses.
Yeah.
Oh, that.
I mean, cute. That's such a random.
That works. That's how I want to envision Galad and Barrelane, though.
Me too.
Why shouldn't the hottest people in the series get together?
Right. Oh, one more thing. Tinkers. Hundreds of Tinkers have shown up, too.
Oh, well, yeah. And those are the ones that are helping, right?
Well, they're also helping, amongst all the civilians, too.
Weird, though, right? That they're here?
No.
Yeah, because they don't like any violence.
They're helping in their way by helping the wounded.
In a condescending way.
Is it, though?
I would believe that it's very condescending.
Okay. I can understand that, because a lot of the times we see Tinkers around people who do violence, like it is condescending that you're doing violence.
Yes.
But
so like, we'll help you. And like the fact that they're even here helping is like cool. But I'm a little on guard for them being like a little rude about it.
Okay. It's always different though when it's like against literal monsters and shadow spawn. Like I get the whole
they don't even fight back against Trollocs though. They just die.
I know. That's why it's crazy.
The
way of the leaf. But then they also are constantly metaphorically door knocking.
Right. So that's the whole Tinker way of life that I disagree with. But they're also willing to go to lands like the Shanshan to find some reprieve and some peace. But it's like the Shanshan's lands are only that peaceful because they rule with an iron fist.
With violence.
Yeah, with violence and demony and like slavery and all these bad things too. So
a little hypocritical.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the way of the leaf, in my opinion, anyways.
You try and find where you can sort of fit in and live with yourself without having to be tempted to break your personal vow.
Yes.
If you're living somewhere that's safe because somebody else has violence, then you don't have do it yourself.
Yeah, you don't have to do. And I mean, you could argue that the Tinker and the Way of the Leaf was born out of the Age of Legends in the time of peace, and they had the ability to be peaceful because of what it was. And yeah, they've maintained over the course of thousands of years since the breaking, but again, at what cost? But I mean, that's the hard part about standing so firm in your beliefs with anything that's like as black and white as like violence, no violence. There's no middle ground there. That's a tricky one.
Well, that's exactly what we were talking about with Rand and the Dark One, with balance.
You need balance
in terms of everything all good, not good, everything all bad, not good.
Yeah.
But they're here.
Yeah.
And they're helping the wounded, and they're like doing stuff.
Yeah.
So
yep.
Good.
And it might be part of an evolution too.
It's the last battle, and if they don't help here and we don't have violence, then what do we have at the end of this? Nothing. Nothing good. So that's true.
Yeah. So that's the end of this perspective. And yeah, it ends with Barrelane asking him about Glad.
Where's Glad? Tam hasn't seen him in hours.
Yes, because Glad went on his mission to go and kill as many channelers as possible, which we will come back to later.
with his medallion.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay, let's take a break, and we'll come back to talk about Elaine. Okay, so we are back. We're with Elaine.
Yeah.
And we basically start out this perspective with Gareth Bryn's dead.
Yeah. So it's a bit of an off-screen death for Bryn.
Yeah.
But it was also expected.
He went on a killing rampage after feeling the death of Swan.
Yes. So he charged screaming into battle and didn't make it.
Because they did not listen to men.
Yeah.
That's what I've been saying.
Well, they thought they listened to men.
They did think they listened to men.
But they didn't listen hard enough.
That's true.
She didn't say you need to stay together once. She said you need to stay together.
Yeah.
Yes. And like we did. We saved each other. No problem.
Yeah.
And then even when Min said to Swan, no, you actually need to be together, Swan said, this is worth it.
Yeah, this is more important.
This is more
Let's
important.
Go help Matt.
And actually, as you reread that section with Min seeing the Damani, you talked about how Swan had lifted a gray man off of Matt with air. So even though in the end, Swan, it's meaningful because she did actually have a big impact in saving Matt, who is the overall commander of the whole last battle. Yeah,
like this is up to Matt.
He's the only one who has the plan in his head at this point. And if he dies, then we're all
screwed.
We're so screwed.
Yeah. But I mean, that comes back to the three legs of the tripod that you need Rand fighting the Dark One. You need Matt fighting the battle.
And you need parents sleeping.
Exactly. Yeah. Protecting Rand in Tel'aran'rhiod.
He did do that, and now he's
He did save Rand's life already. He saves Rand so many times.
And he did save the whole Black Tower.
He saved the whole Black Tower too, by accident.
Completely by accident.
Most of what Perrin does is by accident. Yeah, but it works. That's why it's the pattern and Ta'Veren. See, that's also why I don't believe that Egwene and Nynaeve are Ta'Veren, because they will do what needs to be done without the pattern telling them to do it. But the boys need someone kicking their ass saying, you need to go do this thing, you dummy.
You need a pull. To do it, otherwise they would have never done anything.
But like Egwene and Nynaeve do not need that. They don't need the pattern interfering with their own plans. No, thank you.
No, I'm gonna go
actually very well put.
That's why I'm totally fine with them not being actual Ta'Veren in the books.
Yeah, they don't need the pull.
They don't need the pull to push the pattern forcing them, because they're doing it.
They're doing the shit.
They're getting it done.
Yes.
Girls get it done.
Who run the world?
Yeah.
Beyonce.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And girls. Yeah.
Okay, so Bryn dies. Is dead. Unfortunately, pour one out. It is sad, but it's also like this is one of those ones where we know and we knew it was going to happen. It's been foretold.
Yeah.
So we knew Bryn was going to die. It was just a matter of when.
Yes.
Yeah.
And and at this point, I'm starting to think, okay, we have Swan died, Gawain died, and now Gareth Bryn confirmed dead.
Right.
We're ramping up.
Yeah.
Because for so long, I didn't think there were enough characters dying. And now I'm thinking, okay.
Now they're starting to drop.
That's enough.
But here's the thing.
I don't need I'm okay. I'm actually fine now that a couple, actually succumbed to, and we're in all of these crazy battle scenarios and no one was dying.
Okay. And you say no one as if people like Nalisian don't exist. who died fighting the golem.
That was so long ago.
Yeah. But that's the point, is like a lot of secondary characters, like the people who are close to our main people, a lot of them die all the time.
Not enough though to actually be impactful.
Yeah.
For me.
I know.
And so, but now I'm starting to think like, okay.
Start picking them off.
I'm actually, maybe nobody else has to, we're going to be fine. I'm starting to sort of be like, actually, I kind of changed my mind and I'm actually okay.
I'm going to write that one down. Danny does not want anyone else to die.
I'm actually feeling okay. Yeah, we're fine. And this is getting too real and I don't like this anymore.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, so
we're starting to get like too stressful.
I'm sorry, we're like halfway through the last battle, right?
We're halfway. We're halfway after this. Okay. In two perspectives, after this episode, we're halfway. We're not yet halfway. Okay. Bryn died, Swan's dead, but there's no time for that now because Elaine
will grieve for her faux father figure later.
Because right now we got to kind of get up to date on what's happening. So the command post at Deshar Knob has fallen.
Yeah.
Nobody knows where Matt is. No one who can tell Elaine anyways. The Shanshan are abandoning the battle right now.
Oh, man.
And then Elaine's army at the river, at the ford, is slowly losing ground because Egwene's forces that had swooped around to go back from behind to attack, like through that corridor.
Sure, yeah. Yep.
They did an okay job relieving the pressure at the ford, but now that's starting to end.
Well, and is it because the river now has stopped flowing that the Trollocs can like just cross?
Exactly. Yeah, there's a few of that. So Elaine's worried about her flanks, like the Trollocs coming around and surrounding them.
Because they don't have water.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's also almost nighttime, which is going to be worse for all the humans because we can't see very well in the dark.
And we know that the
Trollocs
are just going to keep fighting.
Yes, exactly. So like things are going worse and they're going to go even worse,
which is
and worse and worse and worse.
Such a dramatic flip, literally speaking, from our Tam perspective, where things went okay. They're like, all right, are we winning?
We defeated
things
the
are good.
Trollocs,
and then we are immediately in the next moment in Elaine's perspective where things are going so horribly.
Yeah, and then it gets worse,
and it's getting worse,
and then it gets worse. Yeah, absolutely.
That's kind of the whole idea about battles that Robert Jordan brought in. You know, just because it's going one way in one spot, you don't know what's going on in another spot. The fog of battle.
Yeah. And the pieces, like Tam doesn't know how Elaine's forces are doing really. And Elaine right now, so since Matt is AWOL, like he's missing, we don't know where he is. Elaine doesn't.
Right.
So
well,
she
especially
has to work
considering the Shanshan are leaving, and we know that Matt is married to the leader of the Shanshan. So, like, hypothetically, like if I'm thinking, the Shanshan are leaving, is Matt leaving with them? Like,
so that's why Elaine at this point.
I think Elaine knows Matt well enough. Crap, he pissed him off again.
Yeah. But I mean, at this point, that's why Elaine is going to assume command because she's thinking until we hear from Matt, I'm the next in line for commanding the battle. Someone needs to be in charge.
True.
Somebody's got to be in charge.
Yeah. So until Matt shows up again and starts giving more commands because his command post just fell, like she has to assume that things that are worse, that he's dead or gone. So she has to step in at this point. And so I totally understand that.
Yeah.
Part. And she's thinking we've got hours left of this battle, not days, because things are starting to turn so badly.
So bad, so fast.
Yeah. So she calls all of her advisors over to have a conversation.
Like, how can we win?
Yeah. And they're like, well, we can't win, but we can probably hold our position. Like that's what we should be aiming for right now is just holding. But before we can get into it.
Oh, well, good.
Something else happens.
Have just an attack casually from a Forsaken.
Yeah.
It's Demandra, just bale firing everywhere.
Yeah. Like a bunch of her soldiers, like right here, big old bar of light. And I think, who is it? Gaibon's horse gets blasted and Gaibon almost gets taken
everybody.
Up.
I feel like everyone's just getting blasted away out of the pattern.
Yeah.
And then all the big cracks are cracking.
Because again, more balefire, more badness.
And then of course, Luce Theron, I got a woman you love.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
I'm gonna blast your girlfriend. You better show up here.
Yeah, I honestly love the Galad perspective next because of the conversation with Demandred. And Demandred is just like general attitude towards life. It's just so funny. in like a terrible way, but like so funny.
Okay, so are we imagining that Demandred is shouting out magically, amplifying
Like
his
power
voice
enhanced?
so that like everybody in the battle can hear it?
Yes.
Very similar to like the Battle of Hogwarts, how Voldemort just like shouts out, "Bring me Harry Potter." Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess so.
Don't remember that, but
well,
but yeah, it's got to be magically shouting.
Trust me.
Yeah,
but I mean, it says power enhanced voice. So
power enhanced voice. That's exactly it.
And also, literally, in the scheme of shouting on top of a mountain, who's gonna hear you if you're just yelling regular voice? Nobody's gonna hear you in a war. Like that's not
going the wrong way.
Yeah. So it's definitely 100% magically enhanced shouting.
Okay, and that's a Harry Potter reference. So you can take a drink.
I don't have a drink.
People don't know that. You could have just been like, whiskey.
Yeah, but it's not. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. For anyone who wants to do a shot for that one, they can. And I'll make up for it this weekend. There we go.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. It's our 11-year anniversary on Saturday.
Congratulations.
Wedding anniversary. Well, yeah, that's usually what
11-year wedding. We've been together longer than that.
That's what usually what anniversaries mean, though.
Sometimes.
For the most part, like most common.
But yeah, our wedding anniversary on Saturday. That's 2 days from now.
Wow, that's amazing.
And we've actually been podcasting for like
7 of those years.
7 of those years together.
Yeah.
And we're still here. So
yeah, that's you obviously work well together.
That's something, hey?
Yeah.
The Wheel of Time is like our therapy.
I was gonna say, we'll see what happens when we end the end.
Yeah. We'll have like nothing left to talk about.
Oh,
that's not true.
You'll find I'm sure.
Yeah. Okay. So Demandred's like, Rand, you better get here because I'm gonna hurt your baby mama if you don't.
Yes. And then Brigida's finally had enough and she's like, we have to get the heck out of here. Elaine pushes back a little bit, but I appreciate that Brigida forces Elaine to leave. She like
I mean, Elaine's all, my babes.
Yeah, because Elaine actually gets like there's an explosion and she gets blasted, I think, off her horse.
Yeah.
And apparently you're not supposed to do that when you're pregnant.
Shoot.
You're not supposed to fall off horses.
And you know what? I thought we've gone so long in this perspective without somebody mentioning that she's pregnant.
Right.
No, it turns out we have to mention again she's pregnant.
Exactly.
Yeah. We're not going to ever forget that. I don't
Never.
Think, for very long.
And like, good thing that Galad's not here to see this, because right before Galad left, he was like, hey, Elaine, you shouldn't be in battle because you're pregnant.
And she's like, don't tell me what to do. And I was like, you know what, Galad? Don't tell her what to do.
Yeah. But anyways, Brigida's now like, hey, I'm going to tell you what to do. And I'm cheering that. So there's like a decoy group that's going to go downriver one way. And then Brigida's going to take Elaine the other way. So that's what's happening.
The plan.
Here. So here's the thing too. The reason we need to get away is because they're probably waiting to field channelers. So if Elaine tries to make a gateway here, then she's going to get blasted. So Brigida's plan is get Elaine far enough away that we can get way out of here and then really actually take over the command structure for the last battle going forward. So like there is a bit of a plan here if we can get Elaine away.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's the big if at this point though. So,
yeah. And then that'll be the end of this perspective.
Mm-hmm.
But I find it burn her. She was right. Elaine hung on as Brigida galloped across the battlefield, her horse churning clods of dirt behind them in a flight towards safety. I'm surprised she's not in labor already.
Honestly.
Because here in Charleston, we have cobblestone streets. And legend is if you're pregnant and you're ready for your baby to come, you drive down the cobblestone streets a little faster than you should.
So
really?
The bumping, that's so funny.
Really works, but that's the only thing I could think of when she's on a horse clumping, clump.
Yeah.
That's going to this babies come.
And the imagery of a horse running and with the dirt coming up under their hooves, I can picture it so clear. Like it's so cinematic almost.
Yeah.
But no, don't worry.
Now, in reality, what she should be doing is she should be going to fight Demandred because her babies are going to be perfectly safe until they're born.
Min said so.
So she should go face off against Demandred. Boom.
I
don't know why we're not doing that.
Would stop going to fight Demandred by themselves without telling anyone about it.
Right.
I know that on my nerve. Seriously, on my nerve.
Yeah. At least, yeah. I mean, there's a few. Here's a line.
Speaking of which, our next perspective is Galad, who's about to go fight Demandred by himself without telling anybody about it.
Okay, and I've been so excited because I really like the whole it doesn't work for Gawain. Galad steps up as the brother to go and avenge his brother's death. That's what you can hope for, right? Is that your older brother will avenge your death? That's what you
want.
Not
by dying.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Galad, and like I kind of understand it. Like I understand Galad's perspective because he has the feeling that everything in his life up to this point has set him on this path. He thinks that the light has put him here.
He's very fate.
It's a fate-driven thing. Yeah. He's one of the best sword masters, like blade masters in the world. He's got the medallion to deal with Demandred, the Channeler, right? He's the Lord Captain Commander of the White Cloaks, who's going to face off at the last battle against what the general of the Shadows army. Like this is what storybooks are all about, and he's the knight in shining armor who's supposed to go and defeat the bad guy,
which is like all part of Gawain's problem.
Yeah.
That was part of Gawain's downfall, is because he was always second best.
But Galad's the guy, so you'd think, like, and that's why I'm excited to see Galad go into battle for this, because like he's the guy that should be the one to take down Demandred.
Sure. Should we be going to fight him by himself? No. Nope.
Absolutely not.
It's only got to be one-on-one.
But didn't we just hear about Logain?
Yeah, also wants to fight
like
Demandred.
A part of me, while I was like reading this,
yeah,
I was like, maybe. So Galad has his medallion. He's all gung-ho. I'm going to go fight Demandred by myself. And then we also have Logain, who just talked to Matt.
Yeah.
Who was like, I want to fight Demandred. I'm crazy.
Yeah.
And we're like, yeah, you are crazy, Logain. Go fight Demandred.
Yeah.
Go ahead. And so a part of me was like, maybe at this moment,
they'll go together.
Also will show up.
Yeah.
And I think that like probably Galad and Logain.
You should have taken a poll and been like, hey, who wants to fight Demandred? Everyone raise your hands. Go together. Just all you guys go to the same time.
You have some weird, crazy death rings.
Yeah.
You have a medallion. You're crazy but powerful.
Right. Like it'd be a cool, like a brother, and then Logain situation. Like why?
Probably we would stand more of a chance.
Yeah.
Here,
but
and at least making an impact.
But if it's not one-on-one, then do you have Demandred willing to face them one-on-one? Because he's like Demandred is in
but if we play it right, like so, if Galad starts fighting and then Logain like shows up and just like blasts him while he's engaged with Galad, like that's what I was kind of thinking might happen.
Yeah.
Like in my mind while I'm reading and I'm trying to predict, because I'm constantly like, what's this going to lead to? What might happen next? Why are we doing this right now? And I was like, maybe this is what happens next. And so I'm holding on to that.
Right.
In this moment.
So Galad, as he's galloping towards Demandred, he's like, oh man, this is super fortunate.
Because Demandred is blasting balefire everywhere and he's shouting, Rand, come fight me. I'm going to murder Elaine.
Yeah.
And then that's when Galad is like, oh, hell no, you're not.
You killed my brother. Now you're trying to kill my sister. Like everything's lined up for Galad to do it. And it's like giant arrows pointing to where Demandred is on the battlefield.
Yeah.
Like it's meant to be.
It's super easy for Galad to find out where he is.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah. So he crashes through like behind the Sharon lines here, gets close enough for Demandred to like hear him. And he's like, hey, you want to fight the Dragon Reborn? Well, he's not here today.
But his brother is.
But his brother is, yeah.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah. And it's kind of funny because Demandred's like, brother? Like, what?
What the hell are you talking about? So
yeah.
I think that this is a little bit of a, I don't know. So we have Gawain's dying breath telling Galad, by the way, Rand is your half brother. Then we have Galad in like, I don't know, maybe it's the emotion of the battle and the adrenaline and whatever.
Right.
But we're immediately so accepting of this news that we're like, that's my brother. I don't know. It just feels.
Well, it's a reason for Demandred to fight him instead, too.
Yeah.
Like, that's what Galad wants.
It's baked.
I guess so. It just feels,
but
disingenuous. Like it's just like I don't have words for. Like it just the feeling of it feels.
Was it too quick of a turnaround? Yeah,
a little bit.
Okay.
Like we just found this out, and now we're like, that's my brother.
Yeah.
Like,
So my favorite part,
We're
though,
not going to digest that information at all. We're
Not
not
at all.
going to sit with it and like think about it. And no. Okay.
Yeah. So then my favorite part is Demandred's response to all this, because it just shows like what a petty like child he is.
Well, sure.
But he's like LTT, like Lewis Theron. He can be mad at me. He should fight me. But like, how dare he just ignore me?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like, of all things, that is the most insulting.
And we say this every time we see Demandred.
Yeah.
Rand's not here, man.
Yeah, and there's a lot of reasons why
Rand's not here, and he's not gonna be here, and he doesn't even know that you are here and want to fight him.
Nobody's told him that you want to fight him either.
He's busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's busy. Oh, and that guy leading the battle, who you think, oh my gosh, he's so much better at this than he used to be.
Right.
Maybe it's not Lewis Theron.
But it couldn't be, because nobody is smarter than people of my generation.
Right.
Yeah.
How could it be?
Shoot. Yeah. So it's pretty good, because Demandred is like, he's so annoyed.
Super rude.
So rude.
Rand is just ignoring me now.
Yeah.
So then fine. I guess we'll duel.
Yeah. So Galad versus Demandred.
And then the perspective's going to end. It's like the lead up to, but we don't get any.
We don't get the actual fight.
Fighting.
We're just getting the lead up, and we'll cover the actual fight later.
Hey, you.
Yeah. You want to fight? Yes.
And then he's like, I guess so, but only because I'm so mad that Rand's not here to fight me. I guess I'll fight you, and then I'll fight Rand.
Yeah.
Lewis Theron.
Right.
Sometimes he's yelling Althor, and sometimes he's yelling, bring me the Dragon Reborn, and sometimes he's yelling.
He does switch. Yeah.
But when he's thinking, it's
Lewis Theron.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Because when he's screaming out, he's like, bring me Althor. But that's only because that's how he's known here. But
right.
You know who we haven't seen or heard from? Okay, as I said that, I thought of someone else we haven't seen or heard from. But number one is Lyanna.
Okay. Yeah.
Who was like taken by Demandred,
but then released to go and tell
Rand
that he wants to fight.
Right.
But Lyanna's not going to make her way.
And then, as I said that out loud, my brain thought, "Where the frick is Patton Fane?" And I'm worried. That guy's been gone for so long.
He has been. Yep.
And I'm worried
that he's going to show up in an opportune moment.
Yeah.
Or very opportunistic for himself.
For him.
But not good for anybody else.
The fact that it's been books, I think.
It's been a minute. Yeah.
It's been so long that I almost forgot he existed. And then he's going to like show back up again. It'll be like when the Sharran showed up.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, who? I didn't even know that was something I was even supposed to be thinking about.
Right.
So I'm thinking about it now.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. And now, Maria, I need to know just basics here in terms of what Robert Jordan wanted for this last battle. How much was pre-planned and how much wasn't, that you know of, that you can share with us?
He gave us a heck of a lot, but he didn't give us everything. And it was a bit like a jigsaw puzzle, putting it all together, fitting what he wanted and where there were gaps. I'm honestly, at this point, don't remember exact details about which parts of the last battle he gave us big chunks of. And which parts we had to put together from notes, because the notes go on.
Oh yeah.
But I'm just talking about it, so it's not a spoiler, but at the very end of the book is all gem.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And I do know that, so I'll point that out when we get there.
Yeah. So, but it was
okay. But plot point wise, is this essentially what you feel he wanted for this?
Yes. He started spilling everything a few weeks before he died. His cousin Wilson was visiting, and he just started spilling. And then after that, I would go in every day with a tape recorder, and we would talk, and I would ask him questions. And I would say, let's just give an example. Is Rourke going to die? And he would say, I haven't decided that yet.
Gotcha.
Because so we tried to follow as closely as possible what he was certain about. But the things he hadn't decided on yet, we had to decide.
You had to, and it had to also fit in, like you said, a jigsaw puzzle, and make sense in the story, and also make sense for character arcs. Like if a character is going to do something like way out of what they would do, that also wouldn't feel genuine while you're reading.
But we had a lot of meetings. Not all of them were in person, but We talked all the time. Alan, Harriet, I, Brandon. It was a big deal for all of us. We wanted to get it right. So we were trying to stick with what Robert Jordan had said, but we had to create because there were gaps.
But the fact that we, as if I was there too, the fact that you were able to get any of that information from him so that this series could end in a way that you felt he would be happy with and be proud of and do the whole thing justice is amazing. The fact that we even got any of that from him to finish the series.
Well, there was a time when he would say, if I die, I want them to destroy my hard drives, blah, blah, blah. He changed his mind. Because he died way earlier than he thought he would, and he wanted Harriet. He didn't want Harriet to be destitute. She probably wouldn't have been anyway. But he was worried about Harriet, and so he suddenly decided, okay, I'm going to tell you this is what you need to do. And I honestly believed he was going to come through and pull it through because he was strong, but I was wrong. Life isn't perfect.
No.
Yeah.
I think that on behalf of every fan of the Wheel of Time, we owe you and Team Jordan a huge thank you for bringing this incredible series to an incredible finish. And I'm not even done yet, but
getting across the finish line it's important. It matters.
And yes, life isn't perfect and things don't turn out like we want them to. And
but Harriet made a fabulous selection in choosing Brandon, because Brandon is a good writer, and Brandon was willing to listen.
That's a big thing. More than half of the battle is to have somebody who is willing to change a little, like to not, it's like I'm the writer, I know, right? It's like, no, we really want it. And I think that we keep getting that over and over from people like Matt Hatch and people who were part of like the beta read process and just wanting it to be right.
Yeah.
And that's important.
Yeah.
It is very important.
Yeah.
Because, I wanted a real end too.
I can imagine. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
And
awesome.
Brandon was great. And, couldn't have done it without Harriet, Alan, Michael, lots of other people. It was very arduous. And we finally, it's funny, we finally finished the book and gave it to Tor to do copy editing and everything. And I had a break and I drove to Washington, D.C. because my husband was stationed there then. And I stayed for about a week, and I was headed home, and I got a call from Alan, and he said, we had a lightning strike. You don't have a computer anymore.
What?
Like it shorted it out or something?
Like actually?
There was a very large pecan tree in the yard, in one side of the yard. And there was...
That's the most southern thing anyone can say, by the way. But
there were lights underneath it, for when there were parties and stuff. And lightning hit the pecan tree. It blew bark across the carriage house into the driveway, which is a pretty good distance. It took out my computer. It took out Harriet's computer. It took out a coffee pot, a fax machine, an elevator, and a couple other things.
Wow.
And so I got back to Charleston. We were about to get the book back to finish the copy edit and everything. I had to get a new computer. I was very well backed up. We were all very well.
I was like, how much did you lose? Because that's very traumatic.
Was extremely anal about backups.
Yeah.
We started out with these big magnetic tape things because the floppy disk couldn't hold enough, and we went to this other system that managed. And now we're on the cloud, but backup has always been important. So got backed up and got the book finished. But
you hear that, Brett?
Yeah.
Backups are important.
I know. I understand that. I lost all my notes from halfway through our podcast, like 3/4 of the way through our podcast, like 2 years ago, I think. Lost everything.
That's my eye twitching.
Yeah. I thought the cloud was safe. It's not.
Not
fully.
Not fully.
But wow, lightning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, we came back and we finished it and all was well. But, and the total cost for everything was like $5 under the deductible for the insurance.
Thank you so much for sharing and joining us for this. I love your insight, and this was so much fun.
It has been so much fun. Thank you for having me. I've enjoyed it yet again.
Good.
And I hope to see you at a con next year, too.
Yeah. When I'm not a first-time reader.
Yes, it's always
at cons next year. Oh my gosh. Amazing. I can't believe it.
Mm-hmm. Now, next episode, we are going to be covering 4 perspectives. So 36 to 39. That is what's on the calendar for us.
Part 9.
Part 9. Yeah.
We're making our way through.
Into the second half of the last battle, finally.
Yeah, it's going.
Enjoy.
Thanks so much. And so I'm going to say that before you start yelling about how rude it is that your adversary is ignoring you, I'm going to say that this is part of the pattern now.
Yeah, it's part of the pattern. You can say it too.
Pattern.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening, everyone. The Wheel Weaves is hosted and edited by Dani and Brett and produced by Dani and Brett with Passion Socks, Cody Fouts, Mozyme, Jamie Young, Jared Bird, Matt Truss, Antoine Benoit, MKM, Colby T, Gabby Young, Rycat, Chris G, Saverio Bartolini, Meg621, Courtney B, and Tina Grooney, with music by Audionautics. Now be sure to check out our Patreon page to support us and the podcast. There you'll find all of our episodes without any ads, completely ad-free. And if you become a member, you'll gain access to our episodes a little bit early. You'll be able to catch up on every Q&A we've released. And you can listen back to over 40 backlogged bonus episodes. You can find all that and more at patreon.com/thewheelweavespodcast. For general information about our show and information like how to send us shot glasses, how to join the Discord, and how to get in touch with us, you can visit thewheelweavespodcast.com. And to check out Brett's other podcasts and some other things that we're doing, you can check out prairieforgemedia.com. As always, please be sure to give us a 5-star review because it really does make a huge difference in helping other people find us. And tell a friend, Riyadh, because referrals really are the best compliment. Thanks again for listening. This really is part of the pattern now.